guys, Windshield here. I want to bring you a weapon review of a weapon I didn't anticipate reviewing, the QBB-95. It's a weapon unlocked in the support class on the new DLC content. I can't recall what the specifics are, the unlock requirements, but you can look those up. Let's just say my initial dealings with this weapon were not that good. This weapon, there's probably a reason you'll see many people using it, but stay tuned and watch it to the end, guys, because I break my own personal record. I get a 26 kill streak on Operation Metro, and it wasn't no BS spawn camping or anything like that. It was a legitimate, great 26 epic kill streak, and I had guys all around me, and I was just being aggressive, and somehow I managed to live to do it. So, again, don't believe the stats and generalizations you come across weapons. Just pick it up yourself and see what you think. I'm not going to say this is the best gun in the game. I'm not going to say it's the worst, but it works for me, and just don't ask me why. As usual with my montages here at Weapon Reviews, I want to give you clips of varying experiences and situations with this gun, as well as different loadouts and sights. Right off the bat, I'll encourage you to run the sight I just showed you right here, the Cobra RDS sight. I've got a grip and extended magazines. Would not encourage the use of a suppressor. I believe on any LMG, with the exception of M27, it really nerfs the damage and range of your gun. And even on the M27, it's kind of like, just be careful about it, because suppressors really affect LMGs in a funny way. But here I want to show you a clip coming up again of what you can kind of expect to have with this gun. This gun has the most peculiar recoil I've seen of any weapon in the game, and supposedly has exact same recoil as the MG36. I'm going to call BS on that, because if any of you have used the MG36 in the support class, that gun has more of a vertical recoil than this thing. This thing has a massive side-to-side recoil. But here, let me show you exactly, and I'll show this again in slow motion, of situations where this gun is just going to get its lunch eaten, and that's against assault class weapons, particularly at short range. Look at this. How many bullets did I get on that guy before he even started shooting me? Let's see if we can count them here. Let's see it in slow motion. I think it was at least 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say at least 3 shots before he even started to shoot at me, and he put me down. We put each other down at the same time. And again, let's take a look at this recoil in this gun. This is kind of a medium to long range shot against a recon class. Look at this thing jumping up. It jumps side to side, and then it goes like down and bottom to the right, does some circles. I think it's doing like, some kind of dance move I'm not familiar with. Maybe I can't, place it, but whoa. I mean, that's not me throwing my aim off, guys. That is this gun's recoil. And again, I encourage you, like all the other LMGs, particularly now with this latency lag issues. I'm not sure what's going on in the consoles, but I heard it's going on with PCs. I don't know if it's the patchwork they've done, or somehow they've really nerfed the ability of LMGs to be accurate fully automatic. So like all the LMGs right now, I'm strongly encouraging burst fire on this weapon, with the exception of point blank range. You're okay going full auto with this gun. Put a video out review about the M249 as well, detailing those problems. That gun, even at short range full auto, really can't hit the broadside of the barn. At least this gun can hold its own at close range full auto, which I'll show in some clips here. The other stats in this weapon specific, it fires at the rate of 650 rounds per minute, which is pretty slow in comparison to a lot of LMGs, or like the M249, which fires at 800 rounds per minute, or the MG36 and both the M27 fire at 750 rounds per minute. So it's a slower fire rate, but it does have the fastest bullet speed of any LMG at 670 meters per second, which, don't ask me if that really makes any difference or not. Holds a 75 round clip, and again, the damage on it's 25 and 17 like the standard LMGs out there, standard fall off rate. But again, statistically, this supposedly has the exact same recoil as the MG36, don't believe it. And 3.8 second reload time, which I'll show you in later matches, how that can be a factor, or, just take that in consideration when you're doing a reload. But I like these drum-fed LMGs like this in MG, because I don't like that long, really long animation of like 4 or 5 seconds for the belt-fed LMGs to reload. But this is the first red dot sight you unlock on this gun. Again, it really kind of just shows the random recoil of this gun. And I think, again, that having that T-shaped reticle on the Cobra RDS sight really helps you kind of manage the recoil, or at least understand what, you know, or see it visually, be able to compensate for it better. But right here again, I mean, it doesn't do too bad, particularly on matches like this, Operation Metro. But you know, if you're going on a long-range map, leave this gun behind. But again, that's not really what the support class is for, is it? I mean, who's going to put a 12x zoom scope on a machine gun? You know, I mean, or even an ACOG scope. I mean, that's not what support classes are meant to do. They're meant to hold down alleyways. They're meant to flank the team from behind, wipe out the whole team, and have enough bullets to do it. I mean, that's what the job of support class is to do. These rockets whizzing by me, man. Come up here, kind of pull off these shots. I don't really know how, but again, I'm burst firing the gun, so it kind of helps me stay on target with this gun. But if I was fully auto in that situation, there's no way I would have got those two guys. Be careful about peeking around corners. That's always a good tip I can give you. But again, at short range, that guy surprised me. I still managed to take him out. It's good for keeping the head down too with LMGs. Don't be afraid to fire bullets even if you can't kill a guy, to keep his head down and keep that suppressive fire on him. There's that reload time. It is a long time. It can be a nuisance. A lot of times it will catch you off guard. Claymores too, you know, we all love them. Or, I guess, don't love them. I just wish they were easier to see. That's my biggest complaint about them. But I don't know if you guys knew this or not. I just found this out myself by a tip from a teammate. You can counteract Claymores by walking straight over them if you're crouching. In other words, you will not trip a Claymore as long as you are not sprinting over it. So if you see one, you really, or you know where one's on the mini-map, you know kind of like a general idea where they're at, just crouch down and walk over it. You'll be just fine. You'll go through it unscathed. Trust me on this one. I've tried it out and verified it. Kind of robbed my teammate there of a couple kills. It's hard for me to see right here, but I believe I got a suppressor on this gun right now at this point. Yeah, I think I do. Again, it's just, there's something about them on LMGs that really affect the damage of them. And again, I don't know if it reduces the suppressive fire of them as well, because it just seems like I can never really get any decent kills with them. Again, at this range, it fires really good from the hip, as you can see there. I mean, this is a very powerful weapon, even firing from the hip. It almost fires better from the hip than it does even down the sights sometimes, I think. Now the team's down here below this second escalator, so I'm going to hop down here in a second. Try to get down there. Watching that mini-map. Finally get that guy. Then I'm going to whip around and get that guy down there, because I wasn't going to go down there when I knew he was camping down there, so, you know, go around, again, the back of him. That makes it so much easier when you can do that in this game. Don't be afraid to flank the enemy. But right here again, this is where I got three guys in front of me. I'm just, you know, you just can't get them all, I guess, but situations like that, I don't know what else you can do, but maybe hopefully take one down with you. Alright, here, this is the beginning of that 26 kill streak I'd mentioned at the beginning of the video. Never expected to get that kind of kill streak with this weapon, but it's certainly capable of it. But in particular, I wanted to kind of describe how the support class is capable of kill streaks like this. Don't think you're just going to be Rambo and taking everybody on head-on and survived, you know, a 26 kill streak like this. Again, it's knowing the limitations of your weapon, using tactics wisely, and as you can just see a second ago, I was taking a recon class head-on. I wasn't going to stick around there. I knew I'd lose that engagement, so I moved on to targets to the right of me. Again, knowing limitations of your weapon is hugely advantageous to your success and your survival. I always flank the enemy anytime I can. You see these guys, I mean, I'm not really taking them head on, but I'm destroying them. I mean, they're just not aware because they're more focused on other targets and they're not situationally aware of what's going on around them. So again, this gun is not the most powerful right here at Take Cover because, again, I know this gun is not the most successful taking on guys head on all the time. You know, I always take cover anytime I can and try to give myself the upper hand. Right there, I got this mean grenade that guy was throwing out in the process. He kind of did a martyrdom on me. So right here, now I'm going to use cover to my advantage. I know I've got this position flank Charlie, and I know at this point I can hold down this position if I could maybe just stay off the radar a little bit. And And right here, again, this is a perfect example of how you want to use cover to your advantage. When I'm in a subway car like this, it's really hard for the enemy to pick me up visually, or acquire me visually, that is. And I've got a huge advantage on them being able to shoot through this window and pick them off on the side, where they really, again, they've got a lot of cover between me and them, and it's really difficult for them to see me. So you can't shoot what you don't see, and this is a good example of that subway car, or burning buses too. But right here, look at that. Again, another recon guy. Am I going to stand there and just try to do a long-range engagement where my weapon's not designed to do that? No, I'm going to try to flank around him, sneak around that corner where I've got a much shorter range and a huge advantage over, a sniper rifle. Sniper rifles are useless at that kind of range. Come around the alleyway here, anything I can to just constantly keep the enemy thinking and guessing where I'm going to be at. This is a great corridor, a lot of foot traffic in here to put down Claymores. Very, very successful place. I always get Claymore kills by doing that. Again, this kill streak, it's a legitimate 26 kill streak, and it's not like we're spawn camping these guys. The team's doing a good job of, there's that Claymore kill. The enemy team's doing a good job of moving up and securing other positions, so that's keeping me on the move and having to, constantly reassess where the team may be coming from, watch my back, watch my flank, and again, be aware of cover that the enemy may be using to their advantage. Always throwing out ammo anytime I can. And I got a piece of that guy. I figured he was coming up here, so my assumption was correct. So I finished him off. And it's kind of like right there. I'm taking bullets. Now watch what happens. I'm not gonna stick my head out back around that corner. There's somebody else that spawned up there or something. I'm not gonna figure out or find out what it was. I'm gonna come around and again use tactics to my advantage. The whole team's up there wondering where I went out. Why am I not sticking my head up around that corner? The reason why is because I'm coming behind you to destroy all you guys. Again, just it's kind of like, again, this is how you want to use tactics and how you want to run on this gun in particular, knowing the strengths and weaknesses of your gun. I got a lot of bullets, so I'm capable of taking on 4 guys at once. Just not gonna try to do it, head on. And there's not a gun in the game that could take on 4 guys at once head on. I mean, yeah, an assault class weapon you might get 1 or 2 of them, but 4 guys head on, even assault class weapon like a FAMAS or F2000, it's not going to win in situations like that. And a consequence of like the FAMAS and the F2000, when you use that weapon to try to team wipe or you come up behind the entire enemy team, you're just not going to have bullets in your clip to take out 4 guys or 5 guys, without having to reload. So, and that was a perfect example of how this gun is so strong, or support class weapons are so strong, because I was able to continually rain down fire on that group of enemy teammates and, destroy them all without having to reload them, or was actually able to pull out my pistol there at the end and finish off that last guy. So again, support class weapons, they're not the most powerful weapons, but they're very effective at taking out masses of enemies at once, not having to reload. I mean, they put about a good amount of damage. I mean, 25 damage is pretty good. But again, they're good for holding down corridors. They're good for kind of running and gunning smartly, which I've kind of showed here in this clip and in previous clips about the support class. M249 is really good at that too. Again, it's about knowing the limitations of your weapon and knowing how to use it effectively, i.e. burst firing, and using tactics and terrain and cover to your advantage wisely and smartly, all doing this on the fly. So it takes time to kind of get these skills, but it is possible to get kill streaks like this, and unfortunately all good things must come in here. As again, I will once again show the shortcomings of this gun against assault class weapons as I get surprised by 2 guys. I get 1, but again, against the M16, was it the M16A3 or 4, I can't tell, but it's just going to lose almost every time. But I hope that gave you guys some tips. Hope you enjoyed what you watched. Try out support class weapons. The QBB is not that bad. Try them out, see what you think. Please like the video, subscribe if it helped you out, and I'll have lots more to come.